In lane 1, Rutherford. Lane 2, Bushko. Lane 3, Kreisel. Lane 4, Pastanik. Lane 5, Levigier. Lane 6, Schemmel. Lane 7, Sanderson. Lane 8, O'Neill. Up next, Heat 2 of Event 19, girls, 11-12, 200-meter freestyle. Heat 2, lane 1, Hannah. Lane 2, Schultz. Lane 3, Wozni. Lane 4, Nagy. Lane 5, Jacquees. Lane 6, Sanderson. And lane 7, Havarilla. Up next, heat 3, the final heat of event 19, girls 11-12, 200-meter freestyle.
So
in the water, heat 3, the final heat of event 19, girls 11-12, 200-meter freestyle. Lane 3, Gun. Lane 4, Green. And lane 5, Medina. Up next, event 20, boys 11-12, 200-meter freestyle. In the water is the one and only heat of event 20, boys 11-12, 200-meter freestyle. Lane 1, Kutchmak. Lane 2, O'Shea. Lane 3, Rigney. Lane 4, Chamberlain. Lane 5, Easter. Lane 6, Guan. Lane 7, Pace. And Lane 8, Gangle. Up next, event 21, girls 10 and under, 200-meter freestyle. We have the results from event 19, girls 11-12, 200-meter freestyle. In 8th place, Jacquins, Gulf Coast. 7th place, Bushco, Gulf Coast. 6th place, Rutherford, Gulf Coast. 5th place, Sanderson, Gulf Coast. 4th place, Gunn, Sarasota Sharks. 3rd place, Kreisel, Gulf Coast. 2nd place, Lavigueur, Sarasota Sharks. And our champion in the 200-meter freestyle, Pastanik, Sarasota Sharks. In the water, event 21, girls 10 and under, 200-meter freestyle. Lane 1, Rigney. Lane 2, Weisenborn. Lane 3, Sanderson. Lane 4, Hiley. Lane 5, Loser. Lane 6, Allen. Lane 7, Cruzio. And Lane 8, Galliano. Results for event 20, boys 11-12, 200-meter freestyle. In 8th place from Lakewood Ranch, Kuchmark. In 7th place from the Sharks, O'Shea. In 6th place from the Sharks, Gangle. In 5th place from the Sharks, Guan. In 4th place from the Sharks, Pace. And 3rd place from the Sharks, Easter. And 2nd place from the Sharks, Rigney. And in 1st place from the Sarasota Sharks, Jace Chamberlain. In the water, heat 2, event 21, girls 10 and under, 200-meter freestyle. Lane 1, De Pascal. Lane 2, Arviano. Lane 3, Loser. Lane 4, Weinstein. Lane 5, Snatowski. Lane 6, Cruz. Lane 7, Galvin. And lane 8, McGuire. Up next, heat 3, the final heat of event 21, girls 10 and under, 200-meter freestyle. In the water, heat 3, the final heat of event 21, girls 10 and under, 200-meter freestyle. Heat 3, lane 2, Richardson. Lane 3, Bass. Lane 4, Sullivan. Lane 5, Chung. Lane 6, Bruning. And lane 7, Zimasova. Up next is event 22, boys 10 and under, 200-meter freestyle. Up next, event 22, boys 10 and under, 200-meter freestyle. Heat 1, Lane 2, Botello. Lane 3, De Bruin. Lane 4, Mondragon. Lane 5, Carrick. Lane 6, Wilson. And Lane 7, Anderson. Results for event 21, girls 8 and under, 200 meter freestyle. In 6th place, Zimisova from Sarasota Sharks. 5th place, Charlotte Loser, Gulf Coast. 4th place, Liliana Snatowski, Sharks. 3rd place, Kennedy Cruz, Sharks. 2nd place, Ella Arviano, Sharks. And our girls 8 and under, 200 freestyle champion is Josie Galvin from the Sharks. Event 2021 girls 9 and 10, 200 meter freestyle. 8th place, Abby Weinstein from the Sharks. 7th place, Rain Allen from the Sharks. 6th place, Harper Sullivan, Area Tallahassee Aquatics. 5th place, Hadley Weisenborn, Sharks. 4th place, Vanessa Galliano, Sharks. 3rd place, Chloe Loser, Gulf Coast. 2nd place, Amelia Sanderson, Gulf Coast. And the champion in the 9-10 girls 200 meter freestyle from Gulf Coast, Stella Helly. Up next, Heat 2, the final heat of event 22, boys 10 and under, 200 meter freestyle. Heat 2, lane 3, Zarev. Lane 4, Zuki. And lane 5, Gunn. Up next, event 23. It is going to be mixed 11-12, 200 meter breaststroke. Again, it will be a mixed heat. There will be 2 heats of the 11-12, 200 meter breaststroke, both boys and girls. In the water is heat 1 of event 23, mixed, boys and girls, 11-12, 200-meter breaststroke. Lane 1, Henry. Lane 2, Tripp. Lane 3, Ottaviano. Lane 4, Hardy. Lane 5, Buckmuller. Lane 6, Rolton. Lane 7, Laviguier. And lane 8, Metz. Results for event 22, boys 8 and under, 200-meter freestyle. Our one and only champion is Lachlan De Bruin from Sarasota Sharks. Congratulations. Event 22, boys 9 and 10, 200-meter freestyle results. In 8th place, Taylor Zubke from the Sharks. 7th place, Evan Gunn, Sharks. 6th place, Lucas Botello, Gulf Coast. 5th place, Everett Anderson, Lakewood Ranch. 4th place, Lucas Zarev, Sharks. 3rd place, Daniel Wilson, the Sharks. 2nd place, Grant Carrick, Sharks. And 1st place, boys 9 and 10, 200-meter freestyle from Gulf Coast, Grayson Mondragon. In the water is heat 2 of event 23. Mixed 11-12, 200-meter breaststroke. Lane 1, Kegels. Lane 2, Hensel. Lane 3, Cruz. Lane 4, Chamberlain. Lane 5, Snegur. Lane 6, Myers. Lane 7, Nagy. Up next will be event 25, girls 10 and under, 50-meter breaststroke. And just a reminder to all of our athletes, all of the 50s will start from the bulkhead side of the pool. Up next is event 25, girls 10 and under 50-meter breaststroke. And again, just another reminder, all of the 50s will start from the bulkhead side of the pool. In the water, heat 1 of event 25, girls 10 and under 50-meter breaststroke. Lane 1, Schemmel. Lane 2, Snatowski. Lane 3, Parker. Lane 4, Valentin. Lane 5, Lynch. Lane 6, Helly. Lane 7, Allen. And lane 8, Schroed. In the water, heat 2, lane 1, Sanderson. Lane 2, Jandera Chambliss. Lane 3, Matash. Lane 4, Ottaviano. Lane 5, Weisenborn. Lane 6, Kegels. Lane 7, Van Lowe. And lane 8, Ottaviano. Results for event 23, girls 11-12, 200-meter breaststroke. In 8th place, Rose Ottaviano, Sharks. 7th place, Italia Tripp, Radiant Aquatics. 6th place, Francesca Rolton, Sharks. 5th place, Isabella Hensel, Sharks. 4th place, Ava Cruz, Sharks. 3rd place, Brenna Kegels, Sharks. 2nd place, Patrice Buckmuller, Sharks. And our champion for the 11-12 200-meter breaststroke, Sydney Hardy from the Sharks. In the water, heat 2. Heat 3, lane 1, Galvin, lane 2, Rigney, lane 3, LaFleur, lane 4, Weinstein, lane 5, Cruzio, lane 6, Rigney, lane 7, Gangle, and lane 8, McGuire. Results for event 23, boys 11-12, 200-meter breaststroke. Second place, Zachary Snigure from the Sharks. And our champion from the Sarasota Sharks, Jace Chamberlain. In the water, heat 4, lane 1, Porter, lane 2, Zimasova, lane 3, Schroed, lane 4, Carbol, lane 5, Lynch, lane 6, Treone, lane 7, Tripp, and lane 8, De Pascal. In the water, heat 5, lane 1, Oliveira, lane 2, Crawford, lane 3, Gabrielson, lane 4, O'Neill, lane 5, Leosh, lane 6, Milanichuk, lane 7, Whited, and lane 8, Vasquez Flores. In In the water, heat 6, the final heat of event 25, girls 10 and under, 50-meter breaststroke. Lane 1, Nagy. Lane 2, Blix. Lane 3, Gengel. Lane 4, Jones. Lane 5, Porter. Lane 6, Sanders. Lane 7, Lopez. And lane 8, Botello. Up next is event 26, boys 10 and under, 50-meter breaststroke. In the water, heat 1 of event 26, boys 10 and under, 50-meter breaststroke. Lane 1, Amirov. Lane 2, Zverev. Lane 3, Gunn. Lane 4, Rallis. Lane 5, Nishi. Lane 6, Malkowitz. Lane 7, Wilson. And lane 8, Polito. Heat 2, lane 1, Medital. Lane 2, Balmaceda. Lane 3, Satak. Lane 4, Anderson. Lane 5, Thomas. Lane 6, Fielding. Lane 7, Liang. And lane 8, Cullen. In the water, heat 3, lane 1, Center. Lane 2, Gad. Lane 3, Butler. Lane 4, Mazurka. Lane 5, Hanneman. Lane 6, Iravic. Lane 7, Duty. And lane 8, Wong. Results for event 25, girls 8 and under, 50-meter breaststroke. In 8th place, Arizona Treon, Sharks. 7th place, Emily Blix, Sharks. 6th place, Camila Zimasova, Sharks. 5th place, Charlie Lynch, Sharks. 4th place, Josie Galvin, Sharks. 3rd place, Hadley Lafleur, Gulf Coast. 2nd place, Gabby Bertello, Gulf Coast. And your champion in the girls 8 and under 50-meter breaststroke from the Sarasota Sharks, Ella Artiviano. In the water, heat 4 of event 26, boys 10 and under 50-meter breaststroke. Lane 1, Zubki. Lane 2, Pala. Lane 3, Deng. Lane 4, Woodruff. Lane 5, McLaughlin. Lane 6, Kostin. Lane 7, Ma. And lane 8, Eckert. In the water, heat 5, the final heat of event 26, boys 10 and under 50-meter breaststroke. Lane 2, Kai. Lane 3, Kushmak. Lane 4, Galvin. Lane 5, Balmaceda, and lane 6, O'Neill. Up next, event 27, girls 11-12, 50-meter breaststroke. Results for event 25, girls 9 and 10, 50-meter breaststroke. In 8th place, Nora Schemmel from the Sharks. 7th place, Rain Allen from the Sharks. 6th place, Landry Parker from the Sharks. 5th place, Zealous Natowski from the Sharks. 4th place, Emma Lynch from the Sharks. 3rd place, Liliana Gendera Chambliss from the Sharks. 2nd place, Emma Valentin from the Sharks. And your champion for the girls 9 and 10 50-meter breaststroke from Lakewood Ranch Swim, Emily Whitted. In the water, event 27, girls 11-12, 50-meter breaststroke. Lane 1, Aleji. Lane 2, Duty. Lane 3, Wozni. Lane 4, Bennett. Lane 5, Pastanik. Lane 6, Lizanuski. Lane 7, Meislin. And lane 8, Galvin. In the water, heat 2, lane 1, Medina. Lane 2, Hughes. Lane 3, Young. Lane 4, Varela Zulita. Lane 5, Sanderson. Lane 6, Idiaquez. Lane 7, Tibbetts. And lane 8, O'Neill. In the water, heat 3, the final heat of event 27, girls 11-12, 50-meter breaststroke. Lane 1, Morales. Lane 2, Oliveira. Lane 3, Araz. Lane 4, Hirschberger. Lane 5, Hannah. Lane 6, Sheets. Lane 7, Green. Up next is event 28, boys 11-12, 50-meter breaststroke. In the water, heat 1 of event 28, boys 11-12, 50-meter breaststroke, lane 1, Pettinato, lane 2, Hartway, lane 3, Young, lane 4, De Bruin, lane 5, Suitsu, lane 6, Bracken, lane 7, Maida, and lane 8, Gangle. In the water, the final heat, heat 2, event 28, boys 11-12, 50-meter breaststroke, lane 2, Kuchmak, lane 3, Domaratsky, lane 4, Perez, lane 5, McLaughlin, lane 6, Nugent, lane 7, Liu. Up next is event 29, girls 10 and under, 100-meter backstroke. In the water, heat 1 of event 29, girls 10 and under, 100-meter backstroke. Lane 1, Lynch. Lane 2, Valentin. Lane 3, Loser. Lane 4, Helly. Lane 5, Snitowski. Lane 6, Parker. Lane 7, Rigney. And lane 8, Allen. Results for event 26, boys 8 and under, 50-meter breaststroke. In 8th place from Radiant Aquatics, Micah Balmeda. 7th place from the Sharks, Barrett Zubke. 6th place, Gulf Coast, Ryan Hanneman. 5th place from the Sharks, Rory Cullen. 4th place from the Sharks, Attila Sitak. 3rd place from the Sharks, David Kostin. 2nd place from the Sharks, Jack Thomas. And in first place from the Sarasota Sharks, Preston Mazurka. Results for event 26, boys 9 and 10. 50-meter breaststroke. In 8th place from the Sharks, John Kai. 7th place, Daniel Wilson from the Sharks. 6th place, Evan Gunn from the Sharks. 5th place, Miles Belmaceda from Radiant Aquatics. 4th place, Luka Zarev, Sharks. 3rd place, Skylar Malkowitz from the Sharks. 2nd place, Justin Nishi from the Sharks. And your champion in the boys 9 and 10 50-meter breaststroke from Tallahassee Aquatic, Aspen Rallis.
He's yours now, right?
In the water heat 2, event 29, girls 10 and under 100-meter backstroke. Lane 1, Schroed. Lane 2, Crawford. Lane 3, Sullivan. Lane 4, Schemmel. Lane 5, Kegels. Lane 6, Jandera Chambliss. Lane 7, LaFleur. And lane 8, Cruz. In the water heat 3 of event 29, girls 10 and under 100-meter backstroke. Lane 1, Rigney. Lane 2, Arteviano. Lane 3, Galliano. Lane 4, Tripp. Lane 5, Schroed. Lane 6, Loser. Lane 7, Arteviano. And lane 8, Snutowski. Results for event 27, girls 11-12 50-meter breaststroke. In 8th place from the Sharks, Layla Young. In 7th place from the Sharks, Allie Duty. In 6th place from Lakewood Ranch, Emmy Zulita Varela. In 5th place from the Sharks, Mia Pastanik. In 4th place from the Sharks, Chloe Wozni. In 3rd place from the Sharks, Lynn Morales. In 2nd place from Gulf Coast, Blair Bennett. And your champion for the girls 11-12 50-meter breaststroke from the Sharks, Natalia Kozanowski. In the water, heat 4, lane 1, Matash. Lane 2, Weinstein. Lane 3, O'Neill. Lane 4, Van Lowe. Lane 5, Bruning. Lane 6, Richardson. Lane 7, Chung. And lane 8, Anderson. Up next, heat 5, the final heat of event 29, girls 10 and under 100-meter backstroke. Results for event 28, boys 11-12 50-meter backstroke. In 8th place from the Sharks, Jason McLaughlin. In 7th place from the Sharks, Jason Domaratsky. In 6th place from the Sharks, Reed Hartway. In 5th place from the Sharks, Mahir Mehta. In 4th place from the Sharks, Colton Young. In 3rd place from Tallahassee Aquatics, Will Bracken. In 2nd place from the Sharks, Max Suitsu. And your champion for the boys 11-12 50-meter breaststroke from the Sharks, Porter DeBruin. In the water heat 5, the final heat of event 29, girls 10 and under 100-meter backstroke. Lane 3, Botello. Lane 4, Gengel. And lane 5, Bass. Up next will be event 30, boys 10 and under 100-meter backstroke. In the water, event 30, boys 10 and under, 100-meter backstroke. Lane 1, Carrick. Lane 2, Balmaceda. Lane 3, Mondragon. Lane 4, Malkowitz. Lane 5, Rallis. Lane 6, Nishi. Lane 7, Polito. And lane 8, Hanneman. In the water, heat 2 of event 30, boys 10 and under, 100-meter backstroke. Lane 1, Wilson. Lane 2, Botello. Lane 3, Liang. Lane 4, Mazurka. Lane 5, De Bruin. Lane 6, Amarov. Lane 7, Zupke. And lane 8, Fielding. Results, event 29, girls 8 and under, 100-meter backstroke. In 8th place from Lakewood Ranch, Kenna Anderson. 7th place from Gulf Coast, Gabby Botello. 6th place from Gulf Coast, Charlotte Loser. 5th place from Radiant Aquatics, Alora Tripp. 4th place from Gulf Coast, Hadley LaFleur. 3rd place from the Sharks, Liliana Snitowski. 2nd place from the Sharks, Kennedy Cruz. And your champion for the girls 8 and under 100-meter backstroke from the Sharks, Ella Ottaviano. Results for event 29, girls 9 and 10, 100-meter backstroke. In 8th place from the Sharks, Emma Valentin. 7th place from the Sharks, Ainsley Kegels. 6th place from the Sharks, Evelyn Rigney. 5th place from the Sharks, Zella Snitowski. 4th place from the Sharks, Nora Schemmel. 3rd place from Gulf Coast, Stella Helly. 2nd place from the Sharks, Liliana Gendera Chambliss. And your champion, girls 9 and 10, 100-meter backstroke from the Sharks, Emma Lynch. In the water, heat 3, the final heat of event 30, boys 10 and under, 100-meter backstroke. Lane 3, Kostin. Lane 4, Zverev. And lane 5, Thomas. Up next, event 31, girls 11-12, 100-meter backstroke. In the water, event 31, girls 11-12, 100-meter backstroke. Lane 1, Rutherford. Lane 2, Lizanowski. Lane 3, Bennett. Lane 4, Leviguier. Lane 5, Kegels. Lane 6, Hardy. Lane 7, Duty. And Lane 8, Crissel. In the water, Heat 2, Lane 1, Sanderson. Lane 2, Rolton. Lane 3, Buckmuller. Lane 4, Jacquins. Lane 5, Henry. Lane 6, Schemmel. Lane 7, Cruz. And Lane 8, Hensel. Results for event 30, boys 8 and under, 100-meter backstroke. In 5th place from Gulf Coast, Ryan Hanneman. In 4th place from the Sharks, Jack Thomas. In 3rd place from the Sharks, Preston Mazurka. In 2nd place from the Sharks, David Costin. And your champion for the boys 8 and under 100-meter backstroke from the Sharks, Lachlan De Bruin. Results for event 30, boys 9 and 10, 100-meter backstroke. In 8th place from the Sharks, Luca Polito. In 7th place from the Sharks, Luca Zarev. In 6th place from the Radiant Aquatics, Miles Balmeda. In 5th place from the Sharks, Justin Deshee. In 4th place from the Sharks, Grant Carrick. In 3rd place from Gulf Coast, Grayson Mondragon. In 2nd place from Tallahassee Aquatics, Aspen Ralles. And your champion for the boys 9 and 10, 100-meter backstroke from the Sharks, Skylar Malkowitz. In the water, Heat 3, Lane 1, Myers. Lane 2, Hirschberger. Lane 3, Arteviano. Lane 4, Meislin. Lane 5, Bushko. Lane 6, Metz. Lane 7, Varela Zulita. And Lane 8, Galvin. In the water, heat 4, lane 1, Havrilla. Lane 2, Hughes. Lane 3, Morales. Lane 4, Young. Lane 5, Tripp. Lane 6, Schultz. Lane 7, Alegi. And lane 8, Sheets. In the water is heat 5, the final heat of event 31, girls 11-12, 100-meter backstroke. Then lane 3, Arras. Lane 4, Idiaquez. Lane 5, Tibbetts. And lane 6, Medina. Up next, event 32, boys 11-12, 100-meter backstroke. Event 32, boys 11-12, 100-meter backstroke. Lane 1, McLaughlin. Lane 2, D'Amico. Lane 3, Young. Lane 4, De Bruin. Lane 5, Suitsu. Lane 6, Easter. Lane 7, Hartway. And Lane 8, Rigney. In water, Heat 2, Lane 1, Nugent. Lane 2, Snigura. Lane 3, Guan. Lane 4, Meta. Lane 5, Pace. Lane 6, O'Shea. And Lane 7, Liu. In the waters, Heat 3, the final heat of event 32, boys 11-12, 100-meter backstroke, lane 3, Domaratsky, lane 4, Petnato, and lane 5, Perez. Results for event 31, girls 11-12, 100-meter backstroke. In 8th place from the Sharks, Georgia Henry. In 7th place from Gulf Coast, Lexi Jacquins. In 6th place from the Sharks, Allie Duty. In 5th place from Gulf Coast, Blair Bennett. In 4th place from the Sharks, Natalia Lazanuski. In 3rd place from the Sharks, Brenna Kegels. In 2nd place from the Sharks, Bixby Laviguer. And your champion for the girls 11-12 100-meter backstroke from the Sharks, Sydney Hardy. Up next is the one and only heat of boys and girls mixed 11-12 200-meter butterfly. In the water is event 33, mixed boys and girls 11-12 200-meter butterfly, lane 3 Hardy, lane 4 Pastanik, lane 5 Gunn, and lane 6 Chamberlain. Up next will be event 35, girls 10 and under, 50-meter freestyle. Results for event 32, boys 11-12 100-meter backstroke. In 8th place from the Sharks, Reed Hartway. In 7th place from the Sharks, Paxton Petnato. In 6th place from the Sharks, Eli Easter. In 5th place from the Sharks, Colton Young. In 4th place from Radiant Aquatics, Eli D'Amico. In 3rd place from the Sharks, Zachary Slagur. In 2nd place from the Sharks, Max Suitsu. And your champion for boys 11-12 100-meter backstroke from the Sharks, Porter DeBruin. In the water, heat 1 of event 35, girls 10 and under, 50-meter freestyle. Lane 1, Schemmel. Lane 2, Valentin. Lane 3, Loser. Lane 4, Jandera Chambliss. Lane 5, Rigney. Lane 6, Natowski. Lane 7, Galliano. And lane 8, Lynch. Results for event 33, girls 11-12, 200-meter butterfly. In third place, Heliana Gunn, Sharks. Second place, Sydney Hardy, Sharks. And your champion, Mia Pastanik from the Sharks. In the water, heat 2 of event 35, girls 10 and under, 50-meter freestyle. Lane 1, Sanderson. Lane 2, Artaviano. Lane 3, Matash. Lane 4, Kegels. Lane 5, Parker. Lane 6, Cruzio. Lane 7, Weisenborn. And lane 8, Lynch. Results for event 33, boys 11-12, 200-meter butterfly. Our champion from the Sarasota Sharks, Jace Chamberlain. Heat 3, lane 1, Galvin. Lane 2, Bruning. Lane 3, McGuire. Lane 4, Snitowski. Lane 5, Schroed. Lane 6, Carbel. Lane 7, Chung. And lane 8, Gango. Heat 4, lane 1, De Pascal. Lane 2, LaFleur. Lane 3, Tripp. Lane 4, Loser. Lane 5, Cruz. Lane 6, Crawford. And lane 7, Richardson. Heat 5, lane 1, Blix. Lane 2, O'Neill. Lane 3, Whitted. Lane 4, Zimisova. Lane 5, Schroed. Lane 6, Liush. Lane 7, Treone. And lane 8, Porter. Heat 6, lane 1, Gabrielson. Lane 2, Bass. Lane 3, Anderson. Lane 4, Botello. Lane 5, Gingle. Lane 6, Van Lowe. Lane 7, Malanichuk. And lane 8, Vasquez. In the water, Heat 7, the final heat of event 35, girls 10 and under, 50-meter freestyle. Lane 2, Nagy. Lane 3, Sanders. Lane 4, Oliveira. And lane 6, Lopez. Up next is event 36, boys 10 and under, 50-meter freestyle. In the water heat 1 of event 36, boys 10 and under, 50 meter freestyle. Lane 1, Mondragon. Lane 2, Balmaceda. Lane 3, Rallas. Lane 4, Nishi. Lane 5, Malkowitz. Lane 6, Carrick. Lane 7, Polito. And lane 8, Zubki. Heat 2, lane 1, Liang. Lane 2, Cullen. Lane 3, Amarov. Lane 4, Anderson. Lane 5, Gunn. Lane 6, De Bruin. Lane 7, Hanneman. And lane 8, Fielding. Results, event 35, girls 8 and under, 50 meter freestyle. In 8th place from the Sharks, Jose Galvin. 7th place, Gulf Coast, Hadley Lafleur. 6th place, Gulf Coast, Charlotte Loser. 5th place from Radiant, Alora Tripp. 4th place from Gulf Coast, Gabby Botello. 3rd place from the Sharks, Kennedy Cruz. 2nd place from the Sharks, Liliana Snatowski. And your champion from the Sharks, Charlie Lynch. Heat 3, lane 1, Balmaceda. Lane 2, Matitol. Lane 3, Center. Lane 4, Satak. Lane 5, Botello. Lane 6, Duty. Lane 7, Butler. And lane 8, Pala. Heat 4, lane 1, Kostin. Lane 2, Woodruff. Lane 3, Irachovic. Lane 4, Eckert. Lane 5, Gad. Lane 6, Vuong. Lane 7, McLaughlin. And lane 8, Deng. In the water heat 5, the final heat of event 36, boys 10 and under 50 meter freestyle. Lane 2, Zubki. Lane 3, Ma. Lane 4, O'Neill. Lane 5, Kuchmak. Lane 6, Galvin. And lane 7, Kai. Results for event 35, girls 9 and 10, 50 meter freestyle. 8th place from the Sharks, Emma Valentin. 7th place from the Sharks, Nora Schemmel. 6th place from the Sharks, Ainsley Gagels. 5th place from the Sharks, Zealous Natowski. 4th place from the Sharks, Vanessa Galliano. 3rd place from the Sharks, Liliana Gendera Chambliss. 2nd place from the Sharks, Evelyn Rigney. And your champion in the 50 meter freestyle, 9 and 10 girls from the Sharks, Emma Lynch. Up next, it's event 37, girls 11-12, 50 meter freestyle. Heat 1, lane 1, Lezanowski. Lane 2, Hensel. Lane 3, Bennett. Lane 4, Duty. Lane 5, Arila Zulita. Lane 6, Gunn. Lane 7, Kegels. And lane 8, Meislin. Heat 2, lane 1, Rutherford. Lane 2, Cruz. Lane 3, Kressel. Lane 4, Hirschberger. Lane 5, Metz. Lane 6, Buckmuller. Lane 7, Henry. And lane 8, O'Neill. Heat 3, lane 1, Rolton. Lane 2, Bushko. Lane 3, Tripp. Lane 4, Myers. Lane 5, Young. Lane 6, Nagy. Lane 7, Jacquins. And lane 8, Ottaviano. Heat 4, lane 1, Schultz. Lane 2, Idiaquez. Lane 3, Sanderson. Lane 4, Alegi. Lane 5, Galvin. Lane 6, Hughes. Lane 7, Wozni. And lane 8, Havrilla. In the water is heat 5, the final heat of event 37, girls 11-12, 50-meter freestyle. Lane 1, Oliveira. Lane 2, Hannah. Lane 3, Green. Lane 4, Sanderson. Lane 5, Arras. Lane 6, Tibbetts. Lane 7, Sheets. And lane 8, Morales. Up next is our final event of the day. Event 38, boys 11-12, 50-meter freestyle. In the water, heat 1, lane 1, Rigney. Lane 2, Easter. Lane 3, Suitsu. Lane 4, De Bruin. Lane 5, Bracken. Lane 6, Nagur. Lane 7, Young. And lane 8, McLaughlin. Heat 2, lane 1, Domoratsky. Lane 2, Guan. Lane 3, Hartway. Lane 4, Pettinato. Lane 5, D'Amico. Lane 6, Meta. Lane 7, Pace. Lane 8, Gangle. In the water, the final heat of the afternoon, heat 3 of event 38, boys 11-12, 50-meter freestyle. Lane 2, Liu. Lane 3, Nungan. Lane 4, Perez. Lane 5, O'Shea. And lane 6, Kushmak. Results for event 36, boys 8 and under, 50-meter freestyle. In 8th place from the Sharks, Maddie Mattal. In 7th place from the Sharks, Heinz Butler. In 6th place from the Sharks, Bolin Dang. In 5th place from Gulf Coast, Ryan Hanneman. In 4th place from the Sharks, Rory Cullen. In 3rd place from the Sharks, Attila Sitak. In 2nd place from the Sharks, David Kostin. And your champion for the boys 8 and under 50-meter freestyle from the Sharks, Lachlan De Bruin. Results for event 36, 9 and 10, 50-meter freestyle. In 8th place from Lakewood Ranch, Everett Anderson. 7th place from Gulf Coast, Grayson Mondragon. 6th place from the Sharks, Luca Polito. 5th place from Radiant Aquatics, Miles Balamaceda. 4th place from the Sharks, Grant Carrick. 3rd place from the Sharks, Skylar Malkowitz. 2nd place from Tallahassee Aquatic, Aspen Rallis. And your champion for the boys 9 and 10, 50-meter freestyle from the Sharks, Justin Nishi. Results for event 37, girls 11-12, 50-meter freestyle. In 8th place from the Sharks, Patrice Buckmuller. In 7th place from the Sharks, Brenna Kegels. In 6th place from the Sharks, Helena Gunn. In 5th place from the Sharks, Natalia Lizanowski. In 4th place from the Sharks, Brecken Meisling. In 3rd place from Lakewood Ranch, Amieth Varila Zulita. In 2nd place from Gulf Coast, Blair Bennett. And your champion for your girls 11-12 50-meter freestyle from the Sharks, Allie Duty. Results from the final event of the afternoon, event 38, boys 11-12 50-meter freestyle. In 8th place from the Sharks, Colton Young. 7th place from the Sharks, Paxton Petnado. 6th place from the Sharks, Eli Easter. 5th place from the Sharks, Jason McLaughlin. 4th place from the Sharks, Max Suitsu. 3rd place from the Sharks, Zach Snigur. 2nd place from Tallahassee Aquatic, Will Bracken. And your champion, 11-12 boys 50-meter freestyle from the Sharks, Porter DeBruin. This concludes our afternoon session of the 2023 Sarasota Sharks Memorial Meet. We look forward to seeing you all tomorrow morning and afternoon. Great job to all of our athletes.